Well, here we are. First day check. And I got lucky. That main deer trail where I put that stick over the cable. Right here, look behind me. Yeah. Nice big red fox. He's a big one. He's a little muddy. It's raining again, as you can see. It's pouring. It's supposed to rain all day. He's a beauty though. Let's see if I can get in my picture without him freaking out a little bit. There we go. Nice one. I don't think I've ever got lucky on the first day check. All right, that's a result. All right, there he is. He's pretty nice. He's a little muddy, but that's okay. See, perfect neck catch with the cable. It just loosens right off. As you can see, he was alive here when we found him. It's the purpose of the cable restraint. He's a dog like I thought. I can smell. Pretty nice coloration. He's a little wet, of course, but when I get him washed and dried out, he'll be pretty nice. Pretty decent size. Pretty decent size. Oh yeah. The old chicken killer. Teeth are in pretty good shape. Looks pretty healthy. Nice. That's a result. Pleased with that. Okay, you can see the disadvantage of a cable restraint here. You see the size of that catch circle? Look at it. It's pretty much the length of the cable plus the length of the fox. You can see where my cable is still anchored in the ground there. But he's pretty much effectively destroyed the entrance of the trail, to where I had the trail set on it yesterday, like you seen. And that's why I set it close to the edge. So I set it just enough inside the grass that he had to commit to going down the trail and he couldn't kind of see the snare. But you can see I still, if I walk in a little bit, the water, look at the water right here. See, I still have trail left. So that's why I left it closer to the edge where he was coming in. So if I wanted to, I could still set the trail that I had left. I mean, I could pull this cable from here and then move it down. and it would be just as effective. But I do have other cables. I have another cable in the entranceway to this trail on the other side there, on the woods side. But I didn't have any other catches. I got to check my sets down by the pond yet. But yeah, that's it really smells like fox. That's the only downfall to that, that once you get a catch, it really destroys your trail. So try and set the edge of the trail first and then just keep moving in as you make catches on that trail. Anybody who traps fox knows that another fox is going to check out this area. This whole spot now really smells like that dog fox. Now last year I caught 2 foxes in one morning. I had a dog and a vixen, but the whole area smells like fox. And if you catch a fox in a foothold trap, you've just probably doubled your chances to catch another fox if you remake that set. Because they will come to that scent and check it out. So it would be pretty bad. I mean, like I said, I already have another cable set on the opposite end of that trail, but this trail splits, I think, 2 different ways. So we'll have to see if we get another fox coming around. I'm not going to take too many off. I only usually maybe take 2 fox a year. I really was hoping for a coyote, but I've been trying for a long time to take a coyote off this farm. There are coyotes here. I do see them occasionally, but not very often. Not very often. All my other sets are empty. You see, like here I have this cable. So let's see, right there's the cable. So I'm only a few feet in on the edge of my trail. So if I make a catch and he flattens all this down, I'll be able to do a remake on it. Just checking to see if we have any more tracks in here. Don't see any. Now here's a prime example. I found this yesterday in the grass here. A little gruesome, so if you don't want to see it, don't look. There's your fair warning. You see it? It's actually a whitetail. It's a fawn head. What's left of it. So you can see his lower jaw there. This is his skull, but it's been completely crushed. It's been bitten apart. Now a bird of prey didn't do that. It's been completely eaten out. So only a large canine would do that. It's probably a coyote. Even a red fox, I don't think, will crush the skull of a fawn. I found I think 3 or 4 sets of remains in here this year from fawns. So they do have an impact on your deer population. Now, I mean, in this area, there's a pretty healthy deer population. There's a lot of deer. There's a lot of white-tailed deer. Okay, we've had a successful morning. I'm super pleased. I only have a few days off, so I'm super pleased that I made a catch on my first day. That's awesome. I have gone stretches of 2-3 weeks checking sets with no catches. That's just how it is. That's a beautiful fox to add to my collection. All right, let's get them packed up and we'll check the other ones down by the pond. Oh, here's the story of the day. Look at the water. It rained torrentially yesterday all day. Rained so hard it washed the dirt out from my trap. Filled the dirt hole up with water. This is super bad. Super swampy. Wow, this has just got out of control in a hurry. Look at the water laying in here. All my trails are flooded. I just took my cables down. It's even driving the ATV in here. I can't even hardly walk to get to where I need to check my sets. Look at it. 3 inches of water under my feet. Crazy. Well, we're gonna have to postpone trapping for a little bit, I think. I'm just gonna lay my cables and my other sets. I'll leave the sets in. I might just cover them with buckets. I'm gonna have to remake that one. It's got flooded out and washed out. I think the one I had set under the pine tree by the log, that one looks okay. I gotta check the one in the field yet, but yeah, it was torrential rain yesterday. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? It's really, really badly flooded now. I'm sure I was gonna go down to the pond to see if any muskrats had moved up out of the creek. That's a good possibility of that when it floods this bad. Me and my big mouth. I talked about flooding, making the muskrats move around. Boy, did I get more than what I asked for. Just shows you, be careful what you wish for. Okay, I'm gonna lay these cables down and then cover my other sets, and then we'll get back to it when we can. I gotta let it dry out. Well, look at this disaster. This big tree here split. You can see some of it broke before, but it fell out into the field. But now the other half of it split, and what did it do? Smashed the tree stand right out of the tree. Yeah, crumpled it up. Freaking great. Well, I'm gonna have to cut that apart and freaking re-weld it back together. The frame I can see on the top is crushed. The ladder looks okay, but freaking crushed it. Oh, the stupid weather. So here's my creek. You can actually see where it washed the bank out on the other side, and right here where I'm standing, the water was higher. You can see where it's completely washed it all off. Oh, it's pretty bad. I can see my drowning rod. It's about 1.5 feet underwater there, maybe 2 feet under the water. Untrappable. I can't get down into the water because I don't have my waders on, but that's 4 feet wider than it usually is. See, my tube is still there. My trap is still there. I didn't have it set, but you can see my pipe from my what used to be a pocket set. It's still underwater. It's been underwater for 3 weeks. You can see here where my mink box is. The sand, look at the sand from the river, completely just washed it away. I'm assuming that box was actually underwater. We had some torrential rain last night. Just looking to see if there's any tracks here. I don't see any, but it's sandy now. I'll be able to see tracks in it. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's maybe 3 feet higher, and it's still rising. It was higher and it went down, and now we've had more rain again and it's going back up. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?